Hey, this is Chris Tucker from Betta with Butta, and I am with SoFlo Vegans.
So let's go into, the show's out. Like, what's your current, how has your life changed? Did it make an impact? Maybe did it make a significant impact? Like, a lot of people don't have this experience. So like, take us into your mind. Like, what does your world look like now?
What I realized when I was overshooting the show was that one of the things that I had never experienced was being on camera. Again, I moved out to LA to be a hairstylist, not to be an actor. So I never had I wasn't going out for auditions or doing anything in that realm. And so going over to London and shooting the show was my first time really experiencing being in front of the camera. Like I said, my husband is in the entertainment industry, so I've been on set. I've always, kind of been around the industry, but never in the talent aspect of it. And so when I was over there, I realized that I was really comfortable in front of the camera, but I also really enjoyed it. And so when I came home, I had this conversation with my husband, I really enjoyed being in front of the camera. I really enjoyed cooking in front of the camera. Where do we go from here? What does this mean? Do I go back to doing hair? Do I try to start a business with, my baked goods? What happens now? And I think being on any type of reality TV, you have to really use it as a platform, right? It's a springboard. It's a jumping off point to your next thing, because it's really easy to have people contact you to be on the next reality show. You will get a million phone calls for people to cast you on the next food show, on the next food show, on the next competition show. And so it's really important to say, what do I want from this experience? And what I wanted from that experience was to launch my own thing. I wanted to launch my own brand. I wanted to do more work on camera. I wanted to, really have that independence of an entrepreneur. And so to me, that didn't mean going on and doing the circuit of just the never-ending competition food shows that there are out there. There are a dime a dozen, right? And once you do one, you can get cast on any of them. And so that just wasn't my journey. Some people really enjoyed that. And so I never went back to doing hair. I turned all of my clients that were my hair clients, I contacted all of them and I said, listen, I'm going full steam ahead with doing food, and I would like you to consider me for your next, event. And I started doing people's baby showers. I started doing people's wedding cakes. I started doing people's bar mitzvahs and just different things like that. And so I think it took that entrepreneurial brain to say, okay, how can I use my current clientele that I spent 10 years building and just flip them into a different type of client? Most of my clients, they had all eaten my stuff because I would make cookies and I would bring them into the shop. Or when I was prepping for the show, I would bring in stuff that I was, in the kitchen testing recipes on. I would bring that into the shop because it was constant. It was just a constant turn of different baked goods in our kitchen. And so I would always just be bringing stuff in. And so people got a sense of what my level of skill was. And so when I hit people up to say, this is what I'm doing and I'm going full steam ahead with it wasn't a hard ask for people to just say, yeah, I'll give you a chance and hire me for their next thing. And I still have clients to this day that, have me come and cater a full event for them, have me do a birthday cake or whatever the case may be. So I think it's one of those things. And, like you said at the beginning of the podcast, I've done several different things now in the TV space, and they just continue. And it's just a really fun thing to trust your gut, do the next thing, and put one foot in front of the other.